15 years ago, Manny Pacquiao made a monumental weight gain of 17 pounds in order to battle Oscar de la Hoya. As a consequence, Pacquiao was able to force the Golden Boy into retirement and win the fight. Now, fans are anticipating the same kind of performance from the emerging star from Japan, Naoya Inoue, when he faces Gervonta Davis. Thus, keep watching this video to find out if this dream match will come true. After defeating Stephen Fulton and taking the WBC and WBO Super Bantamweight Championships from him, Inoue has risen to the position of 4-division champion at this time. Following the fight, Inoue and Marlon Tapelas engaged in a brief confrontation, and it is clear that Inoue has his sights set on capturing the undisputed title in the division. However, followers of the sport are eager to watch him take on some of the sport's more notable competitors. The Super Bantamweight class, or even the Super Featherweight division for that matter, would never let anything like that occur. Therefore, everyone wants him to put on 13 pounds, so that he can compete with Gervonta Davis at 135 pounds. Through a post on their Twitter feed, IFL TV polled boxing fans to find out what they thought of this dream matchup. Not just the audience, but even the head of Showtime Sports, Stephen Espinoza, has shown an interest in witnessing the monster compete against Tank. When he was asked about the weight gain, he told FightHype.com, "It's only 13 more pounds." He suggested this because Inoue has already gained a significant amount of weight, and stepping up a little more might potentially land him tremendous bouts later on in his career. In addition, within a very short period of time, Inoue has been able to garner a significant amount of attention in the sport of boxing. Mike Tyson has also heaped admiration for the excellent talents of the Japanese fighter. As is customary after a significant bout, though, supporters are now seeking forward to locate the next best test for the champion who emerged triumphant. Inoue's first fight at Super Bantamweight was against the WBC and WBO world champion Fulton, who is generally considered the finest Super Bantamweight in the world. He will almost certainly fight WBA and IBF world champion Marlon Tapelas next in order to determine who will reign supreme in their weight class. The odds are extremely stacked against Tapelas winning this fight, and it would be a significant upset if Inoue were to lose. Even if he were to go up in weight classes from Super Bantamweight to Featherweight, or go one more to Super Featherweight, he would still face some challenging opponents. But there would be no major names for him to face in a bout that could be considered a legitimate worldwide super fight. In all honesty, Inoue would have to go all the way up to the lightweight division of 135 pounds in order to do that. Following his victory against Fulton, a number of boxing fans have demanded that the Japanese phenomenon make this same move, that is, go up an additional 3 weight classes in order to compete against the American great Gervonta Davis. However, more reasonable commentators pointed out that Inoue is already a world champion in 4 different weight classes, having begun his career in the light flyweight division. Also, he has only recently moved up to Super Bantamweight at the age of 30, after spending the previous 4 years competing at Bantamweight. As a result, it is quite conceivable that he will complete his career competing at featherweight, or maybe even super featherweight if he really pushes himself. However, in an unexpected turn of events, a significant individual associated with Davis's career has just joined the group that is fantasizing about fighting Inoue. As mentioned already, Stephen Espinoza, who is Davis's TV broadcaster in the USA, has claimed that the dream matchup would be conceivable in the future. In an interview with FightHype, Espinoza said, "Look, you never know. Even though Inoue has already gained a significant amount of weight, he has been the one to carry the power all along." He added, "It piques one's interest. Tank on Inoue is a fight that I would want to see, especially after Inoue's performance the other day." Naoya Inoue has competed in 5 different weight classes, yet he still hasn't met a single opponent who can take him to the edge of his physical capabilities. After he had finished his business in the bantamweight class, Inoue, who had a perfect record of 25-0 with 22 knockouts, looked dejected. Simply put, there's no longer anything more to prove. The Japanese superstar, now 30 years old, had a lot of fun on his way to becoming the uncontested world champion. But when he accomplished that objective, he felt the urge to go on to other challenges. The choice of Stephen Fulton as the target was inspired. He was a well-known name, had never lost a fight, was as skilled as they come, and most importantly, he was the current holder of the Super Bantamweight belts for both the WBC and the WBO. It was anticipated that they would be evenly matched if they faced one another. On the other hand, Inoue completely overpowered the Philadelphia native and won through stoppage in the 8th round. And it's possible that the remainder of the Super Bantamweight category and the best fighters at 130 pounds don't have a single competitor who can legitimately challenge him. In addition, Gervonta Davis has been tossed about as a potential opponent for Inoue, as fans and media experts are keen to find Inoue a quality opponent. Nevertheless, in spite of the disparity in weight, Espinoza recently said that a fight between the two of them is more realistic than many people believe. Kenny Ellis, who serves as an assistant to Davis's head trainer, can't help but chuckle anytime Inoue's name is mentioned in the same sentence as Davis's. Thus, the potential for a mega fight is continuing to heat up. During an interview with Mill City Boxing, Ellis provided his analysis, stating, "Tank is too big, too strong." Also, Davis has, in many respects, rolled over his competition in a manner that is identical to how Inoue has done it. The Baltimore Star was last seen putting an abrupt end to Ryan Garcia's night by brutally halting his opponent in the 7th round earlier this year. And Ellis gives Inoue a 0% chance of ever being competitive with Davis, despite the fact that he is excellent in his own right and has all but guaranteed himself a spot in the Hall of Fame in the future. He said, "He can't win against Davis. He is really too short." Despite the fact that they are a significant number of pounds apart, there appears to be some very serious discussion of a fight taking place one day between Naoya Inoue and Gervonta Davis, shortly after Inoue's dominant victory against Stephen Fulton, which marked the Monster's debut as a 122-pounder. Espinoza and many boxing fans caused some people to raise their eyebrows. In an interview with Fight Hype, Money Mayweather issued a challenge to the Japanese superstar, suggesting that he travel to the United States to compete in a catchweight bout against Tank. Therefore, Mayweather shared his thoughts on his go-to website, stating, "What I need Inoue to do is do as we do in the United States. I need him to fight in the United States, where there will be random testing of his blood and urine. I get the impression that Inoue is one heck of a fighter, one hell of a warrior. Nothing he has is going to be taken away from him by me. And although I admire him, what I really want to know is whether or not he's capable of fighting Gervonta at a catchweight. That's going to be one heck of a battle." Although Inoue has previously won world championships at 4 different weight classes, he has only just made his debut at 122 pounds, and admits that he needs more time to enable his body to adjust to the new weight class and become more comfortable there. But now, Mayweather and other people are urging Inoue to go up again, to as high as around the lightweight limit. Floyd didn't name any real catchweight poundage that he had in mind for the Inoue vs. Tank fight. However, it would seem that people are expecting too much from Inoue, which is unreasonable. If you do a quick mental check, you won't find any other boxer who has been in this situation. Even still, there were others who questioned whether or not Inoue would be able to take his speed and strength with him to 122 pounds. The fact that he accomplished so much does not indicate that Inoue must make another weight class advancement beyond featherweight and super featherweight to a weight class that is somewhat close to lightweight. So, what would motivate Inoue to go all the way to the United States to fight? Because Inoue is demonstrating to the world his brilliance right now, and it just so happens that he's doing it while boxing in his home country. Leave a comment below letting us know who you believe will prevail in this battle if it ends up being a genuine one. And that wraps things up. We appreciate you taking the time to watch this video. Please hit the subscribe button and we'll see you in the next one.